whether it's terrorism, whether it's those seeking to come to this country doing us harm, whether it's the narcotics that are killed over 100,000 Americans, especially fentanyl, whether it's about the sex trafficking of women and children. All of this stuff matters. All of this stuff is tied to the border. And it sounds cocky, but when it comes to border security, we're in the game. And let me explain to you why I'm sitting here so frustrated. Because I'm the only one in this room who's wore a green uniform and been on that line. I'm the only one in this room who found dead aliens on a trail that were abandoned by smugglers who just left them there because they weren't worth any money anymore. I'm the only one in this room that stood in the back of a tractor trailer surrounded by 19 dead aliens, including a 5-year-old little boy that suffocated in death in his father's arms. I was there. People need to understand the reason I'm so passionate about this, the reason I work so hard to this day, because it's not just about illegal immigration anymore. When you cause a crisis as big as we're dealing with right now, where you got over 5.5 million illegal entries in this country, that has resulted in, like I said, record number of Americans dying, record number of migrants are dying, record number of known suspected terrorists coming in the country, record number of women and children being sex trafficked. If people saw what I saw in my 35 years, they'd care too.
One gram of this sweet and low could kill 500 people if it was fentanyl. So it doesn't take a lot to kill. And unfortunately, the Mexican cartels are working with the Chinese transnational criminals, bringing in mass amounts of fentanyl, making fake pills. The DEA administrator reported that there was enough fentanyl seized by the DEA alone to kill everyone in America.
I called Lauren several times. She didn't answer. I left work. And when I pulled down in the parking lot, her car was there. And I thought, oh, thank goodness, she's here. So I pulled around, and whenever I pulled around, I looked over and I saw her slumped over in her car. Unfortunately, I was too late.
They said with as much fentanyl as she had that she probably died instantly.
Yeah.
There are hundreds of thousands of Laurens. Kids that took one pill, recovering addicts. They're dying. I mean, they're not even having time to become addicted with what's on the streets now. Fentanyl is wiping out a complete generation. And I just don't understand it, because every time you see more kids dying, you just think, why hasn't something been done?
People need to understand that fentanyl that's coming across the southwest border is making it into every town, city, and state in this nation. Think about that. The criminal cartels of Mexico have killed more Americans than any terrorist organization.
Bail out. Bail out. Driver's wearing a green shirt.
The first stop this morning already has revealed how the alien smuggling organizations operate over 80 miles into the United States. But one thing I can tell you that these detectives know very well is that what gets by them impacts the rest of this country.
11 o'clock, the other guy should be about a quarter mile ahead there.
How many do y'all have in custody, and how many do you think you got outstanding roughly?
I think we got 7, and we're looking for at least 5.
And even this human trafficker couldn't bear what was happening to them. And that's why he talked to me. I want you to take a listen to this.
What is happening, like especially when we think of it like the trafficking of human beings, the narcotics, that most people just don't understand.
In the case of children, it really scares him to just see the reality that they can go through. And for him, it's pretty horrific to see how they are murdered in many cases.
What is the downside on a secure border? What's the downside on less illegal immigration? What's the downside on less illegal drug flow? What's the downside on less women and children being sex trafficked? There's no downside. A secure border saves lives. This administration knows it. You're not going to solve it. I worked for 6 presidents, starting with Ronald Reagan. I respect every president I have ever worked for. Republican, Democrat, I respected them all because they're the president of the United States.
I want to thank Tom Homan for the great job he's done on the border and, frankly, with law enforcement. He's a cherished asset of our country. We really owe a lot, and I want to thank Tom Homan, special man. Thank you very much, Tom.
No one did more to secure this country than Donald Trump. I'm a Trump guy, not ashamed of it, because I see what the man did. That's my hope. And I made the promise to President Trump. He comes back, I come back, because it matters. What happens on the border matters to every American. We're going to win this battle. You got my word. And you can take that to the bank.